be easy though, as you witnessed last year when Filipino side Ceres Negros knocked out Brisbane Roar in 2018. It's a side from Indonesia who arrive in Australia, and Persija Jakarta have their sights set on reaching the group stage for the first time in their history. For the visitors, Ivan Koleb's Persija Jakarta. So we get underway at Newcastle Stadium in the preliminary round 2 of the Asian Champions League. And Andy Harper, good evening to you. It's great to have the ACL back on our shores.
Yeah, very sharp across the ground. Good opening possession for him. Opportunity to get a feel of the ball and the atmosphere and the pitch. And size up his opponents and see if they can handle his change of direction and his speed across the ground. It was a good opening salvo. In a red and blue shirt, it was really unconvincing.
Once Georgievski links up with Ronnie Vargas. The Jets really applying the pressure now. Vargas and Katrumbas almost got in each other's way. And a nutmeg in the end. Petratos flattened right here and now, just after the 10-minute mark. Here he is, Petratos. Kick out the top corner to Georgievski. Equal to Vargas. He turns and plays in Kane Shepherd.
This occasion releasing Kane Shepherd, who just looked to take a little bit too long to get to the ball.
Between the lines to Simon Juntak. And he dish up here. To assist last week in the win. Decent travelling contingent. There were thousands at the match between Home United and Persija last week. And now Simic is flying. Lester Luhu. Gonsalves. Sofyan. Curling it. Simic. Over 450 game veteran Simon Juntak from distance.
Well, way too much time. He's a dangerous player. We've seen enough in 25 minutes, the Newcastle players, to realise that Simon Juntak needs to be kept Jakarta in it so far.
Ryuji Utomo's come out of the back line. It's opened up space, and Petratos' touch. You can see Ryuji Utomo came right out of the back line.
Clearly onside. Just
for a bit of a hole. It's been closed out. Georgievski crossed the face. O'Donovan. Surely it's not going to happen again.
Well, beautiful through ball that from Petratos. And
now Topo Stanley giving the ball away. Simon Juntak giving the ball away. Simon Juntak. Petratos shifting the ball this way and that. Danny was up to the task, and now Georgievski on the volley.
Or maybe staring down the barrel of one of these surprise nights.
And now Shepherd, that's a great turn and swivel, and probably should have been a free kick. Toss. O'Donovan let it run on to Katrumbas.
The two Jets players, the wires crossed completely.
Saputra's ball is into no man's land in the end. Utomo calmly dealt with the danger. The ball dinked in front of Kane Shepherd, who feeds in Vargas.
Well, the sooner this half finishes for Newcastle, the better. Any Merrick can get in and try and two-way league matches from the Jets, but even their form generally this season.
Well, Simon Juntak took on Topo Stanley, beat him, and now Bogart's clearance, not too far. Vargas looks up, feeds in O'Donovan. Adratani's come out with 1 minute of added time to go in this first half. Simon Juntak. Now Simic. Well, he tried the spectacular. Struck off Jugarkovic. And the first 45 minutes in Newcastle is done and dusted. Half-time at Newcastle Stadium. Newcastle Jets 0, Persija Jakarta 0.
And take the game. We're back in a moment.
And we are good to go in the second half of this preliminary round 2. And now powers the ball to Kane Shepherd, who hooks Roy O'Donovan into the action now. There's Vargas in the middle. O'Donovan, here is Ronnie Vargas. 2 goals in 6 days for Ronnie. His first match in the Asian Champions League brings his first goal. And it's relief for the home side. Danny Saputra is in the way. And there is a whistle against the goal scorer. The outside of the boot. Simon easily away from Shepherd. Squares it across the face. And now Ronnie Vargas wins the ball. Little neat chip. And Dimi Petratos has got plenty of real estate ahead of him. Tried to play it in front of Roy O'Donovan, but Ismet Sofyan, the 39-year-old, in the way. Petratos is not going anywhere. Ugarkovic in front of Katrumbis, who rolled it. Pulls for Kantarovski. It wasn't a happy night against Pohang. Here's Katrumbis. Back to Roy O'Donovan, and it was Ryuji Utomo.
That was the wrong option, however.
So Georgievski did a couple of tumbles. Sofyan breaking forward and curling it. Simon Yuntak fires it in.
He also, according to my very rudimentary mathematics, has accumulated a club CV totaling 22 in his playing career. It's decent.
That is very impressive. Georgievski, Shepherd, Petratos. Sochipto. Now taking them on is Gonçalves. Moss smartly down to his right. Born in Brazil, what a chance.
Well, he's got enough goals next to his name.
Sofyan. He clattered into Petratos. He's been public enemy number 1 tonight in Newcastle.
But he is a handful. He's such a big man.
As well, Kane Shepherd just thwarted there by Ryuji Utomo. And there's Marko Simic just giving a little bit back to the crowd there because they roared over on that far side. There's plenty going back and forth. Here's Utomo. And look at this from Adratani. A little bit of skill from the goalkeeper of the year in the Indonesian League for the last 2 seasons.
Well, touch of the Reniagitas without the wig or the rug, of course. Beautiful composure. The bad touch either from Andratani.
The captain of Persija Jakarta conceded just 60 goals in the last 68 domestic matches. But inside the final 20, and the crowd trying to inspire the Newcastle Jets. The Australian side. This one hangs up, and it was the header from Simic.
Well, that corner's driven in. That's an outstanding head.
Simon Juntak in again, as it crossed the line it has. And they've got the equaliser. And it is Ramdani Lestaluhu. That goal will mean a lot for those travelling fans. Salvation for Persija Jakarta.
Well, the last corner driven in, this one curled, and the Newcastle Jets just don't deal with it at all. It's a great header, the second consecutive such. Now this time the Newcastle defender on the line, Daniel Georgievski, cannot head the ball clear. And Newcastle only with themselves to blame. Inept defending. They've been warned countlessly from corner situations. And it's game on in Newcastle.
And Newcastle and Persija locked up once again. To Tratos on De Vargas, who opened the scoring for Newcastle. O'Donovan with the back heel. And now they've turned it over. And the speed from Setiawan. And the foul is there. Yes. Thinking it to Sofyan. O'Donovan to Tratos. Gets the left free. Well blocked by Abdurrahman. Here's O'Donovan. Georgievski onto O'Donovan. His flick took a little deflection, and Thurgate is good enough to win a corner kick.
Anticipated that well. O'Donovan controlling and knocking the ball blindly into the space, blindly from his body position. He knew that there was a teammate running.
Turovsky went to ground but was able to recover. And Jugarkovic brought down, and well, for the Jets it was a good decision, because otherwise Persija Jakarta were away.
Well, I think he's turned into trouble. He did cop an elbow on the chin, which is certainly unfortunate, but he turned into trouble, and the referee bailed him out to a certain extent there.
Sandy receiving some treatment, and the stretch has been brought out as well. Turovsky, will it fall for Thurgate? It was Utomo who got to ground first. Kantarovsky nods it on. Thurgate, he knew what he had to do. And you can see Sandy really struggling with cramp here. Now this ball dinked forward. O'Donovan's in on goal. Andratani made the save. Well, everyone was just having a bit of a kip there. What was going on?
Well,
and here we go. Roy O'Donovan is copping some abuse from the Persija players, because they thought he should have played it back to the keeper instead of trying to score.
If you're going to play on, you've got to score. There's a feeling from the Jakarta players that he's broken convention. Roy O'Donovan's entitled to play on. I personally don't have a problem with players doing this. It's just not Roy O'Donovan's night, because even from in front, Dimi Petratos is kicking the ball back to the keeper.
That's what bemused me. Roy O'Donovan thought, here we go. This one almost rolled by Nikolai Topor-Stanley in his 28th ACL match. Georgievski nodded down. Redenton, well, he doesn't score many goals. 5 minutes of that one. Tratos dinks it. Up rose Thurgate, falls for Redenton, who was barreled over. Appeals for a penalty. Unheeded by the Uzbek referee. Terrific close control, and Sofyan plays that one straight to the front row. And that is the end of normal time here at Newcastle Stadium. And finally we had a goal at the start of this half. It was scored by Ronnie Vargas. That will be the men from Indonesia. And that man, Marco Simic, who get us underway in the first period of extra time, half an hour to decide who goes through to round 3.
Towards the latter stages of that second half.
Here's Georgievski trying to free up the right boot. O'Donovan is offside again. Had that good chance just at the end of normal time. O'Donovan slides it through towards the towering frame of Nigel Bogart, and Simon Yuntak sees Daniel Georgievski, takes him on, and off goes Rico again. He's got the speed of Setiawan making the run. Simon Yuntak, Setiawan.
That's thrilling. This guy is thrilling. I mean, he's completely pantsed Daniel Georgievski here. It's not easy to do. Very experienced defender. He's just destroyed him. And then burnt the grass, and then delivered a beautiful ball, and it could so easily be 2-1 for Jakarta.
go Simon Yuntak. And here is O'Donovan. This time he is onside. Away from Suchipto. Fired it at the near post. Looks up. Space and time for Matt Redenton. Kemayoran Tigers, the nickname of this Persija club. It is Simon Yuntak, and he's copped one in the nose, I think. They never tickle.
Just the forearm of Dimi Petrados. There wasn't heavy contact, but they'll take whatever break they can get at the moment.
And Simon Yuntak, up he looks. Ugarkovic came from behind and won the ball, according to Aziz Asimov. Redenton into the path of O'Donovan. Great link-up play, Redenton! And Andratani to the rescue again.
A good goalkeeper has had a great game. Earned the right to save this. And as it all looked like for Redenton, it was going to be 2-1 for the Jets.
It's Kandarovski winning the ball. Bogard! You would not credit it. He just loves playing in the Asian Champions League. His third goal in 17 matches. Wriggling away from a couple, and Shimmick on the bounce to Glenn Moss. And Aziz Asimov sends us to half-time in extra time. Glenn Moss with a little bit of work to do. But it's Newcastle Jets 2, Persija Jakarta 1. So Steven Ugarkovic for the Newcastle Jets, back to his captain. 15 minutes left, potentially. Thurgate afforded some space. Redenton! Like a rocket from Redenton. And Andratani got a paw to it.
Well, he's denied the Newcastle substitute Redenton twice, excellently. And this is the better of the two saves. The first one was very good. That's outstanding goalkeeping from Andratani. That would have sealed it for the Jets. Hit that very sweetly, Matt Redenton.
Redenton arriving on the edge of the box. Here's Bogard. This one will hang up, and Andratani enough strength to overpower. And Simon Yuntak is able to recover. Shimmick going this way, and the shot, not the power required. You can see the frustration etched on his face. Surveys the options and finds Nick Cowburn, who wriggled free beautifully. And Andratani again using his legs.
Of course, there's still time on the break for Jakarta to do something. The Jets have got to put this away. And that is a great lead-up from Nick Cowburn. Beautiful, tight control, excellent technique. And the technique just evaporates completely at the money moment.
Redenton now. Utomo putting in the big meters and bringing him down. A yellow card for the centre-back. Called in. That will seal the deal. Matt Redenton, he has threatened all night and gets a goal he definitely deserves. Newcastle with their third, and they are going to head through to the third round of the AFC Champions League. And it's not going to be their night in the end, and it may be 10 years on, but Newcastle's strong history. And then it was Matt Redenton who finished it all off. The two coaches exchanged pleasantries, Ivan Kolev and Ernie Merrick, and they'll focus back on the Indonesian League. Full time, after extra time, Newcastle Jets 3, Persija Jakarta 1.
That they had took 120, but they got the job done in the end. A good test of character and resilience for them. They passed that with flying colours, as you'd argue.